Welcome back to Mac Talks Football. It's match day 33 in the English Premier League. We are almost there. 6 match days to go. We already know that Liverpool are going to be the champions. We already know the teams who are going to get relegated. The only thing that matters currently are those European places and which team is going to finish where and who is going to play in Europe from England next season. So let's go and make our prediction for this weekend. We're going to start with Brentford versus Brighton. It is 10th versus 9th. Both these teams are not in a really good form, if I'm being very honest with you, coming into this game. They have been quite inconsistent. That is why they've sort of dropped from that, the dream of going into Europe. Especially Brentford, I think their chances are much less as compared to Brighton. I think, but I don't think we are gonna get a winner in this game. It will be a fun game to watch. Both these teams like to play attacking football. They like to go forward, but I don't see a winner in this game. But I see a lot of goals. I'm going for a 2-2 draw between Brentford and Brighton. Then it's West Ham versus Southampton. It is 17th versus 20th. Both these teams are in a dreadful form currently. Both these teams have had an abysmal season, to be very honest with you. West Ham fans would really not believe that with all the summer signings that they did, this is what their club has, this is what they have performed with. 3 defeats in their last 5 games for West Ham, playing Southampton 4 defeats in their last 5 games, who are already relegated. They are going to play at the London Stadium, and with Southampton in such a bad situation, I expect West Ham to get a win. I mean, they have to win it here, win this game if they want to, not be the club that finishes bottom of the table apart from the relegation zone. I think they are going to get the job done as well. I'm going for a 2-0 win for West Ham. Then you have Everton versus Manchester City. It is 13th versus 5th. Everton, have had a really good turnaround since Moyes has come in. They are playing good football. They are getting the job done. They are safe yet again, and they are now trying to try to get into that top 10. They would, if Everton finish in the top 10, I think that would be a great achievement for David Moyes. Playing against Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, they are fighting for those European places, but their form is not really good. A couple of wins in their last 5 games. This game could go anywhere, if I'm being very honest with you. Anything can happen in this game, and that is why I think I'm gonna go with the home side. I just have this feeling that Manchester City are gonna lose this game. I'm going for a very hard 2-1 win for Everton. Then it is Crystal Palace versus Bournemouth. It is 12th versus 8th. 5 points separate these two teams, but form of both of these teams is not really good. They have been so inconsistent. That is why Crystal Palace dream of getting into Europe is finished. And this is one of those games where Bournemouth have to win, because if they don't win, they are going to get even further behind from the teams above them. So they need to make sure they get the job done. And I have a sneaky feeling this is going to be one of those games where Bournemouth surprise Palace and they get the job done and they get a victory. I'm expecting a really good game of football. Both these teams like to play attacking football, it is always fun to watch both of these teams. So I'm looking forward to this game, and I think Bournemouth are going to get the job done. It will be fun. They are going to be goals in this game, and in the end the away side are going to win it at 3-2. Up next, it is a massive game, and I think it could turn out to be the best game of Saturday in the Premier League. It is Aston Villa versus Newcastle. It is 7th versus 4th. 5 points separate these two teams, but Aston Villa are trying to chase Newcastle down. And I mean, both these teams are in an amazing run of form. Newcastle 6 wins in a row. Aston Villa 4 wins in a row. They won, their games a game against PSG in the Champions League as well. They were really amazing. Really, unfortunate to not complete the job, but they would be really proud. And I think the fans are going to really be up for it after that performance in the Premier League as well. They have gotten that taste. When you get the taste of those European competition, you don't want it to go. And Newcastle, on the other hand, themselves, they won the Champions League last season. They missed out this year, so they want to get back there as well. So I think it'll be a very fun game to watch. There are going to be goals in this game, and I have a sneaky feeling here as well. I think the home team, they are going to get the job done. Villa, they are going to contain Newcastle. There might not be that many goals, but there are going to be so many chances, and I think Villa are going to get the job done in the end. I'm going for a very hard fought, very entertaining 2-1 win for Aston Villa. Going to Sunday's games, it is Ipswich Town versus Arsenal. It is 18th versus a second. And now Ipswich, in my opinion, they are done in industry. They really need some sort of a big miracle to somehow, be safe in the Premier League. I just don't see that happening. They are playing against an Arsenal side who have lost the title, but they are over the moon at the moment with what they have done in the Champions League. I think it'll be quite a fun game. Ipswich like to play attacking football, and now because they themselves, they have accepted that they are going to go down, so they are playing with much more freedom. And Arsenal, on the other hand, they need to get, they need to make sure they get the win. They need to finish on that side position. They cannot let it slip, and they cannot go down to third or fourth. And I think they are going to win it quite comfortably. There are going to be goals in this game, but I think Arsenal get the job done. I'm going for a 4-2 win for Arsenal. Then it's Manchester United versus Wolves. It is 14th versus 16th. Now Manchester United in the league, they have been really terrible. They were terrible in the Europa League. I don't know what that performance were. They were good, they were bad. That game was something special. You cannot really judge a team based on that one performance, because that was something really special. They got thrashed last weekend by Newcastle in the Premier League, and they are playing against a Wolves side who are on an amazing run of form. They have won 4 in a row, and they are coming with a lot of confidence to Old Trafford. I think it will be a fun game to watch, but knowing United and knowing what has happened to them this season and how mentally fragile that team is, I think they are gonna come back to reality. The fans and the players and the club is gonna come back to reality, and unfortunately for them, I think they are gonna suffer a defeat from Wolves at Old Trafford. It will be a very close game, but in that I think Wolves are gonna get the sucker punch in, and they are gonna get a goal, and that is why I'm going for a 1-0 win for Wolves. Then it's a proper London derby. It is a Fulham versus Chelsea. It is 9th versus 6th. Just 6 points separate these two teams. As Chelsea currently are in that Conference League position, but Fulham want to be there. Fulham want to be in Europe, and they are fighting it out for those European places at the moment. Both these teams coming to this game are not in a really good form. Both of them have been so inconsistent, and I just don't know. What should I predict in this game, because as I said, it's a West London derby. It is going to be quite physical, and both these teams are gonna go at it. Both these teams like to play attacking football, so the game could go either way. This is one of the few games this weekend in the Premier League that I'm not really sure about, and that is why I'm going to stick on the I'm going to stay on the sidelines. I'm going for a 2-2 draw between Fulham and Chelsea. Then you have Leicester City versus Liverpool. It is 19th versus 1st. Leicester City, I mean, they are winners in the last 5 games, 4 defeats and just 1 draw last weekend, playing against Liverpool, who are gonna be the champions. And I think this game could be the one where Leicester City's fate is sealed. They are like they're 3 points. They're 3 points behind Ipswich Town, and they're about 15 points behind West Ham at the moment. They're on 21-35 if my calculations are correct. But I think if they lose from Liverpool this weekend, they are done, because they are the backs. It's not gonna be with them, so they need to win if they want to stay. They forget the draw. They need to defeat Liverpool, which I don't think is gonna happen. And I think Liverpool are gonna easily win the game. It could turn out to be a very bad day for Leicester City. They are gonna get relegated, and they are gonna be humiliated as well. I'm going for a 4-0 win for Liverpool. The last game of the weekend is Tottenham Hotspur versus Nottingham Forest. It is 15th versus 4th. And with Spurs, you don't know what to say. I mean, they have been, it has been a roller coaster of a season for Spurs. Their form is all over the place. They won against Frankfurt, but it was a really bad performance. It was a really poor game between Frankfurt and Spurs, but they got the win. They are in the semi-final, so they would be really happy about that. But performance-wise, they were not up to it, if I'm being quite honest with you. They were really poor last weekend as well, and they are going to play against a Nottingham Forest side who have lost their last 2 games, and that has pushed them down to 4th in the table. They cannot really afford to have a slip up right at the end of this season, because they have been really good, and I would love for Nottingham Forest to win the Champions League. I think this game is going to be a really good one. It's going to be quite entertaining. There are going to be goals in this game, but I don't see a winner. Not a high scoring game. I'm going for a 3-3 draw between Spurs and Nottingham Forest. And those are my predictions for Matchday 33 in the Premier League. I have sealed the state for Leicester City in my opinion. Let me know what you guys thought of my prediction in the comment section below. Do you agree with them? Do you disagree with them? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well. Click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of the season, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.